It was built in many different times. Here we are in the Cour Carrée. This is the most ancient place in the Louvre. So here we are right above a medieval ditch. Imagine the medieval castle of this size,
wow.
And in the middle of the court was a dungeon. And we can see it also right below.
We're standing on top of a medieval castle. So, Tiffin, we have moved down into what I believe is the kind of the basement or underground. So tell me, what are we looking at and what's on these lines around the ground?
Right now we are entering the medieval part of the Louvre.
Okay.
And so on the floor there is a dark line which symbolizes the ancient wall. And as you can see, the ancient tower that has disappeared now. It helps you to feel the...
Like what was down
where
here.
we are, definitely. Yeah. And so we're going to see like real medieval wall. We are walking inside the moat, so not a place where people live.
Right.
We are below the ground.
This is the only museum that I can think of in the world where you are able to walk in an ancient moat.
What you have to keep in mind is that here it was a castle that was used until the 19th century, and then it became a museum. What I want you to notice is that you can see different signs on the stones, like hearts.
Yeah, and is that graffiti?
They are not from in-love tourists.
Okay.
They are also medieval.
Okay, like I see the hearts and some like plus signs.
So they are what are called job marks.
Okay.
At that time, people were not paid per hour.
Okay.
They were paid per task.
Oh,
like
okay.
Uber
Per job or something.
Yes, per job.
Okay.
So what they did is to mark their stones.
Really?
And at the end of the day, everybody had a different sign, and so you count. I put this stone, and this stone. So you are paid this amount.
That's amazing. So this is not graffiti. Good thing to mention. So a lot of people probably are going to ask, how does this still exist? And then obviously the castle, which we were up above, has been flattened.
At the Renaissance, the medieval castle was out of fashion, so they really cut it down. But to cut down a moat, that is another job.
Right.
So it was easier to fill it.
Oh, fill it with dirt and...
With dirt
that makes sense.
Stones. And then during the construction of the Great Louvre, in the 19th, they decided to dig it out.
Wow. So when we were upstairs, you saw the round floor, so that kind of tells you, so this was the dungeon originally.
Yeah.
And then right here, it looks like there was like, these two pillars were holding up something. Was
the bridge?
The bridge. Okay, so that's where the bridge was. Wow. So this part of the castle then, is this somewhere that people would have actually lived?
Yeah, actually that was a real living place.
Oh, wow.
And that's where there are some culture, many details.